Hi, in the last lessons we learned how to create bar and column charts. In this lesson we are going to learn how to create pie and donut charts in Power BI. Okay. These are the two visuals that we have created in the last two sessions. So, in order to create pie and donut charts, what we need to do? We have to select the pie option. So, this is the pie actually. What is this pie is all about? This pie is a circle broken down, which can be broken down into different slices. Okay. So different slices will have the values for the particular dimensions that we want to see. Okay. And especially when we talk about donut charts, what this donut chart is just a pie chart with a hole in the middle. We can also convert this pie chart into donut charts. Close to it there is also option this donut charts. First we will create the pie charts. Let us create it first. So this is the pie. We can click here and insert the tile here. Okay. Suppose take for example we want to see the region wise cells. What we want to do? First of all, what we want to do? We have to select these visuals, okay, and we have to drag cells into the values. Okay, this is the numeric field. So what happens here? What we have found? We have got the sum of cells. Okay, because by default, if you see, we have that selected here the sum. Therefore, this sum is coming. This is the sum. So what we want to see? We want to see the region wise cells. That means this circle has to broken down into different like regions. We have three regions. What we will do? We will add this region into the legend. Okay. Region into the legends. We can see. So there are three regions accordingly. So three slices of different colors have been created. So if we hover over it, what we have done? So it is region and some cells data is reflecting here. Okay, outside we are getting here, it is the that value we are getting, and in percentage all these three like regions constitutes 100% that we are getting. Suppose we want to see legend. What this legend does? Legend adds color to the slices. When we add some dimensions to this, so what we will get? So here when we added this region, we have got the color here. That means this region has been, that is our regions are reflecting in the form of colors we are getting. Okay. So suppose we want to see profit here as well. What we can do? We can add this profit, okay, profit to the tool tip. Okay, there is one option here, tool tip. So what we will do? We will drag here tool tip, we can bring it here. So it is, so if we are adding some values to tooltip, that means here this will not be reflected, but the value will not directly reflect in the color, in the form, in the color itself. But when we hover over the color, let a particular regions, what will happen? That sum of cells, you can see sum of cells and sum of profits both are, both metric are reflecting here. So this is the region, that is central region, sum of cells we are getting and sum of profit we are also getting. If we hover over the orange colors that we are getting, this stands for north region, sum of cells and sum of color is also reflective, are also reflective. Here we are getting also similarly for the southern regions we are also getting. Okay. So there is another options. If you see, one is legend. We have learned what this legend does. When we add a particular dimensions to the regions, it adds color to the visuals. Okay. So this is values, means this is the metric columns. Then we have learned also that tooltip. Tooltip means profit. Okay, here we have added profit, means profit will not be reflected here, but if we hover over it, it will be reflected. There is another cell that is laying vacant, that is called details. Okay, what this details does, when we add data to the details, these colorful slices will be divided into different parts. Different parts means, suppose like for example, I would like to like add segment wise cells to the details. Okay, so what happens? So the color doesn't change, but Once again, the particular like region has been subdivided into different regions. We can see, so segment is corporate segment, you can see it is coming. So this is north region. So let us see, this is region is central, segment is this blue color, say this is segment, sorry, this is a region, that is central, segment is consumer, sum of sales and profit are also reflecting here. If you see, segment is changing, this is corporate, this is home office. Similarly, we will see this consumer, corporate and home office, all these three segments are reflecting here. So this is the requirement when we say that create some visuals like pie charts or donut charts. All these four columns as per our requirement, what we want to see, what we want this visual to reflect. Accordingly, we have to that add data to this field. So we have got legend, we have got values, we have got details, and we have got tooltip. These are so further what we can do. We can also go for that. We can also check some of the styling options. That means we can also like format this. Like suppose take for example, this is legend. We can off the legends. Okay, off the legends. You look at just look at the change. What is happening? So this is going simply. This is disappearing here. Let us see. So this is disappearing. When we are closing, this legends is disappearing. Okay. So but it will that when we hover over this, we will get it. So this can be also sometimes useful when we have to manage the space. We can also put our legend up. Okay. Similarly, we can also there are also data labels. Okay. Under data labels, we can see some of the like this data. Take for example, we have post that we are seeing this, all these values are outside. Suppose we want to keep it inside, we can also, there are options. Okay, there are options, we can keep it inside. Preferably let us keep it as usual. Okay. Similarly, if let us see some of the other, like here what we are checking, data value and percent we are finding. Suppose we want to see this category only, we can also check. Okay, whatever we want to do, we want to see, we can check data value we want to see. Okay, so this in this that these slices are reflecting the data value. Whatever we want to see, we can select here. So suppose we want to see category, all these things we can also do. Similarly, if we can explore one by one, if we want to, whatever if we want to see all these things. Okay. Similarly, we have also slices of options. We have three colors. Suppose we want to change the colors. Suppose we want to see like this. This is the color we want to see. We can also select whatever color we want to see. We can also select. Okay. It is as per our requirement. We can select this. Okay. So we can explore always. There is possibility we can explore this. These values are also there. We can also explore these values. Okay. So here also that color, like color of the values, we can also change. Suppose we want to make it this color, so this will be also the color of the this values also changed. Okay. Display unit, you can see display unit, these are reflecting in, suppose take for example we want to see in millions, it will be also millions, it is reflecting in millions. Okay, since it is, we can see it like thousands. Okay, so these are the options we can always explore, uh, that we can always explore to decorate the visuals. Okay, so then, so this is the pie chart that we have created. Simple, it is very simple to convert this pie chart into a donut chart. Simple, we have to select the visuals, then we can click here. So what this donut chart is all about, this donut chart is just a pie chart with a hole in the middle. Okay, so we can also see, we can always, we have the same options that we had for we have for this pie options. Okay, accordingly we can also set if you want. So what we will do, we will select this visual, then we will drag here. Simple. Okay. So that's for the lessons.